talking about energy. What is energy? Energy is what, Kylie?
Energy is transferred to like.
That's okay. Go to friend. Okay, so energy is the ability to do work. If you are a boy, stand up and tell me what energy is.
The ability to do work.
And all my boys all together.
Energy is the ability to do work.
All right, my boys sit down. My girls stand up and tell me what is energy. Wait until all of you are standing and you can say it together. Energy is
the ability to do work.
All right, have a seat. Do we just automatically have energy in our bodies?
No.
Some of us are saying yes and some of us are saying no. If you say no, that energy isn't just automatically in us or in something that comes from something else, stand up. Brian, can you give me an example of where energy comes from?
Energy comes from the movement.
That energy is the movement, but where does all of that energy that we have, where does it come from, Bryce? Okay, our energy comes from us eating food. If we didn't eat food, we would feel kind of sluggish, and that's why we get sluggish during the day.
The reason why you don't have all energy because when you go to sleep, you charge up all that energy.
Okay, so we have to have sleep to recharge our energy battery. But think about our smart board, or think about the lights in our room. Those are energy. But what do we have to have for these to work? Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you for raising your hand, Whitney.
A D cell.
Okay, we could have some sort of D cell, some sort of battery, or energy from having it plugged in. Okay, so I want you to think about what are some different, we talked about sources of energy. We said food for ourselves, a battery, some sort of plug into the wall to get that electricity.
Some type of sleep.
Yes. How do we know when energy is present? I want you to think about our circuits that we've had, that we've used. This one is one that's still complete. How did we know when there was energy present in this system? Thank you so much for raising your hands. Asia, how did you know when energy was present in this system?
Because when we were doing the experiment with the light bulb, it started lighting.
Okay, so one way to know that energy is present is that there might be some light. What was another way that we knew energy was present?
The motor was running.
The motor was running. Could we see it running?
Yes.
Could we only see it?
We
Remember when we had the motor running, I kept saying I felt like I was in a yard full of lawnmowers because we could also
Hear
it. So we said that you could see it because of it's a light. We can hear the motor. There's one more way that we know that energy is present in the system. Abby, what do you think? What do you feel?
It's
Oh, I'm talking to Abby.
If you touch the motor by itself,
You could feel it moving, yes. But I'm thinking of another type of way that we feel things. Stephen, what are you thinking?
Heat.
Okay, the heat. So we have three ways that we can see that energy is present. Do you think any of you can tell me all three ways? Dylan, stand up and tell me.
The first way is how you can hear it.
Okay.
The second way is how you can feel it.
Okay.
And third way is
So you said that we could hear those motors running, we could feel the heat,
and we
could
see the motor run.
Oh, it's Steven. Or it's Dylan, I'm sorry.
And you can see the motor run.
You can see the motor running, or we can see the light bulb
Lighting.
light up. Okay. So those are our three ways that we already know that energy is present whenever it's happening. What is the name, I'm thinking, of a tool that lets energy pass and flow through it easily? If you think you know, blow it up in your bubble. We talked about this yesterday. This was some sort of metal, and it helped that energy pass through. our circuit? Put it in your bubble. 1, 2, 3.
Conductor.
Conductor. So a conductor helps that energy pass easily. What was the name of something that does not let those pass through? It does not let our energy pass through. It keeps all that energy built up inside. I see bubbles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Insulator. What we are going to do today, you are going to have the opportunity to investigate some more. Raise your hand if you've ever seen a candle burning. Has anybody ever not seen a candle burning? Dustin, you never seen a candle burning? You have? Okay. So I wanted to bring a candle in, but then I would probably lose my job because you can't have fire in the building. So I have a virtual video for us to watch of our candle burning. So I want you all to show me, what do you notice with this video? We might watch it.
20 seconds.
We might not watch it.
On YouTube. Try putting it on full screen.
Okay, hang on. I'll get us now.
You're just sitting on
I know. Y'all are grunting like you're working really hard. Alright, as you're watching this candle burn, I want you to tell me some things that you are noticing.
We don't want to say that, but there's someone.
It was loud.
Alright, tell me some things that you notice as this candle is burning.
20 seconds.
Keep it to yourself for right now.
That is nice.
That was really fast, so we're going to watch it one more time. Be thinking about if you see any energy in the 3 types of energy that we talked about at the very beginning in this video. Do we have light?
Yes.
Okay. Heat. Would you be able to feel heat if you were putting your hand over around that?
You can probably
Do you think that you could hear it?
No. It's your the west go down. I bet you could
Okay, I have lots of people calling now. Do you think that you could see it? Hands up if you think that you can see it. You can see the energy in our candle. All right, hands down. Hands up if you think that you could feel it. If we had a candle here in my hands and I passed it around our entire classroom, if you could feel the energy or feel the heat from it. Hands up if you say yes. This is the one where I think it's going to get tricky. Hands up if you say yes. You could also hear the energy. Why do you say you could hear it?
Because if you get really, really close to it, but not too close where it can burn your ear off, you could, if you go like this, you can hear the sound of the wax burning down.
Maybe. Raise your hand if you. Has anybody ever been to a bonfire?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it goes crackle,
And you can kind of hear the wood crackling, or there's these really cool candles that I love, and I have them all over my house, called wood wick. And it's like a piece of wood. Instead of it being like a wax candle, it has the wood in it, and you can hear the wood sizzling and cracking. So if this was that kind of candle, we could definitely, even without getting our ears so close, without burning it, we would still be able to hear it because of the type of wick that it has. So what we are going to do today, like I said, you are going to be divided up into groups. I'm going to flash your group up on the board. I don't need to hear any moaning. I don't need to hear any cheering. Okay? Your group is your group, and that's who you'll be traveling with today during science. Okay? So as you're looking up here, I want you to go ahead and see which group you are in, who your group members are.
That's great.
You will be working in 4 different stations today. In 4 different stations. Everyone is going to get to go to every single station, and everyone is going to be able to observe the energy that they see there. And they'll record it on their sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the groups. Go ahead and swivel your body so you're facing me. Thank you, Stephen, for doing that quickly. Okay, so one station, unfortunately, we got these kits and a lot of them were broken. So we only have one. So when you're at this group, it's really important that you are taking turns and sharing because we don't have enough for everybody to have one or for us to have 2 groups. If Miss White has one, okay. Thank you. When you go to this is called a tone generator. Every single group has your instructions on how to make these work. So I'm going to show you really fast, but I want to let you all investigate more than me showing you what it looks like. So with the tone generator, when you come over to it, you will have to turn the on switch on. Does everybody hear something? Okay. Then you and your group can play with the pitch. That's how high or deep the sound is. And you can play with the volume and how loud it is or how soft it is. But what you will be doing is taking 2 fingers, and it tells you on the instructions. And you're gently, so you're not poking it, you're gently laying your fingers on it. And you're hearing how your fingers can make the sound change, or how the pitch and the volume affects the amount of sound that's coming from our tone generator. Hold on just a second, okay? Another station that you will go to is called the rubber band banjo. When you get to this station, everybody will be able to have a cup and a rubber band, and you'll be able to investigate and see, how can I make my rubber band banjo make different sounds? How can I make them loud? How do I make them soft? Can I make them high pitched? Can I make them low pitched? So this will be the next part that you investigate with. I know. Okay, the next one that we have is called a hand crank generator. What do you notice that's on the very front of this hand crank?
A light bulb.
A light bulb. So how do you think I'm going to make that light bulb light?
You gotta go fast.
So it has different instructions on there for you to play with it and see. Again, we only have 2 of these. So should I see Tiffany with this hand crank generator the entire time her group is at this place? No. She will switch around. You go really, really fast.
That is annoying.
Slow. What do you notice about, I'm going slow. Is the bulb very bright? No. So you all will be able to investigate with that more. And then the very last one, you will be with me, and we have ice. And I will tell you about what you're going to do when you get to this one.
Eat it.
A little bit. Okay? So everybody freeze. Everybody freeze. Turn your bodies back to the smart board. The faster we get through this next part, the faster you can go investigate. So I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Steven, I'm waiting. Okay, so you should already have this chart written in your notebook. If you don't, go ahead and copy a new one right now. If you don't, go ahead and copy a new one right now. If you had your chart and you ran out of room, it would be a good idea to go ahead and copy a new one right now. I love those people who are raising their hands because they have a question. Yes. If you want to add on to yours because you still have room, that's fine. If you need to add the new chart, that's fine too. We're going to go over what all 3 of these columns mean in case we forgot. Remember, your lines don't have to be perfect. Are the sound effects necessary for your lines? Okay. Okay, so our very first column is our system. Can anyone look back at our column that we filled in before and remember what the system is? Abby? Okay, it's what we use, the materials that were used to create that system. So when we were talking about our circuit, we said, what was one part of our system? Griselda? The D-cell battery was one part. What was another part of our system, Mr. Bolt?
Circuit board.
Okay, we had the circuit board. What else did we have, Bryce?
The switch.
We had the switch. So I'm thinking D-cell, circuit board, switch. Christian.
Motor.
We had the motor. And one more thing, Ella.
Wire.
We had our wires. So those are all of the things that we had to have to create our system. Think about our system of the candle burning. What was needed to create that system? What was needed to create that system? What do we need? Keegan? I'm sorry, I meant to say Christian.
Fire.
Okay, we needed the flame. Oh no. Alright, so Christian said we needed the flame.
Yeah, put it on marker. Yeah, put it on marker.
I'm so glad I have you all. Okay, we needed the flame. Oh my goodness. What else did we have to have for part of that system? Dylan?
Another one that we need is electricity.
But did that create our system? Remember, there was just that candle there. So we had that flame.
The wax.
The wax. What did the wax create?
Create the shape.
The shape of the
Candle.
The candle is part of our system.
more things so the fire
And then I'm going to say that our candle has to have something for us to light it at the top. What's that called?
A wick.
The wick. I'm going to say those are the three things that were needed in our system. I love that I didn't even say a word, and people automatically copied down what I wrote because that was one of the systems that we looked at. When we were talking about our circuit board, we kept saying our energy sources are D-cell. Our energy sources are D-cell. Did we have a D-cell plugged up to that candle?
No.
Talk to your partner. What do you think the energy source would be?
The energy source would be the flame because that's what actually makes the candle light. No, actually the wick.
So what do you think, Bryce?
I think the energy source is the flame.
Cuddle back if she needs your attention.
Put it in your bubble and tell me, what was our energy source? 1, 2, 3.
The flame.
The flame.
I said match.
Well, the flame and the match kind of the same because they had to use the match to make the flame. So they were both there.
What is in a lighter?
Evidence of our energy transfer. So how did we know? I'll wait on you. Thank you for fixing it quickly. How did we know that that energy was there? Switch and talk to the person on the other side.
The wax. Evidence of energy transfer. The more shorter you go first.
Exactly when you just
Evidence of that energy
hands on your head.
that was
Touch your shoulders.
I said the energy source.
Touch your knees. Touch your shoulders. Okay, I was listening and I heard lots of people saying the wax melting, the candle melting. But think about those 3 types of energy that we had talked about earlier. Make sure you're using those words in your conversation with your partner. So turn back to the same person and try again and make sure you're using those words.
Maybe how we know energy transfer is like how the wick, how it's burning. So like say you light it and then like that's how the energy is going. Not the wick, the wax. So
Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Kylie, what was the evidence of our energy being transferred?
The candle was, the heat was
Heat.
making,
Okay, keep going. I heard the word heat.
was making the candle and the wick melt.
Okay, so I just wrote that the heat equals it melting. What was something else that you could see, or maybe hear, that the evidence of energy was there? I'm going to pull a stick so you can put your little hands down, give your arms a rest. Tiffany.
The shape of the waxes.
Did that tell you that energy was there? Think about those 3 types of energy that we talked about earlier. We said one of them was you could feel the heat, you could, and you could what? So could we see something on our candle? What could we see?
We could see the
We could see the flame. So I'm going to write light equals flame. And if you really want to, you can draw some eyeballs. Because we can see it.
Now you can draw like a nice eyeball. Your eyeball looks funny. Your eyeball looks funny.
Okay. As you are working with your group, I need eyeballs back up on me. You're seeing my energy. Okay. As you are working with your group, I want you to the best that you can to fill out your system, your energy source, and your evidence of that energy. And remember, our evidence of energy is we either see it, we hear it, or we... I love what Janiyah just did. Janiyah just, everybody do this with me. Janiyah said, I see it, I hear it, I feel it. Do it one more time with me. I see it, I
hear it.
I
feel
so
it.
it's going to be one of those 3. Okay? I'm going to tell you where I want your group to go. So please be listening. Group number 1, Justin, I would like for you to take this to Kendall's table group. If you are in Dustin's group, you're going to go ahead and go. We're not touching any materials yet. If you are in group number 2, I would like for you to take this to the very end of Talia's table group. If you are in group number 3, I want you to take this to Talia's side of Talia's table group.
You're in the next group.
If you are in group number 4, I would like for you to take that to Jordan's table. In group number 5, take this to Janiyah's table. If you are in group number 6, you're going to meet me at